Okay, I want you to know this computer is living on borrowed time. Fingers crossed it lasts a while because there's the there are bills to be paid before luxury items can be purchased. But it's being held together by one of these. Absolutely serious, absolutely. The whole bottom of the laptop separated from the. So it's actually staying together. As long as I don't move it, I'm good. So, welcome to the D. Louise book series. It's nice to meet you. I'm Christina K-O-S-T-I-N-A. I'm coming from you this evening with a burnt finger. I need to put some ice on it again later. I did a foolish thing. I accidentally used a wet pot holder to take a pot out of the oven, and instead of putting it on top of the stove where it should have went, I threw it on the kitchen table and burnt my plastic tablecloth and spilled over a bottle of soda, which exploded. So that's been my evening so far. So so we are here with book 3, and it took a while. There was a delay in get to this because the book took a while to be delivered. It was a pain in the butt trying to find. And, I'm a series person. I like series. And I like to read in order. So this is one of the ones I've been collecting these for a while. And I've got quite a few of them, but I'm still missing a couple of ones in between. And this is one of them. So now I've got it. Only it's in paperback. I'd prefer hardcover. So when the hardcover comes around, when I spot it in the thrift store, I'm going to get it. But right now, the paperback will have to do. Jack and Jill, Alex Cross, book 3. And there's a prologue, which didn't really make too much sense to me. But we have Alex Cross being woken up by John SAMPSON. And, before I forget, spoilers, 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 spoilers. I recently had a thing. I talked about a book that was 40 years old on Facebook, and people went off on me, bullying me to the point where I had to unsub that page because it was. People shouldn't be like that. People shouldn't bully people. People shouldn't. If you can't say something nice, please just don't say anything. But especially bullying. And these people, I'm like, the book's 40 years old. They're like, we don't care. You talked about specifics. So if you go back and watch my John Sanford Pray book a couple of days ago, last week, that's the book that I was talking about, because the hero commits premeditated murder, and I had an issue with that, and I donated all. Was collecting the whole series. I had about 15 of the books. I should have not done that until I read the first one. And when I read the first one and the hero committed premeditated murder, that drew the line for me. So I may go, I'm going to stick with my Alex Cross for a while and see how that goes. So we start the book off with Samson waking Alex up. There was a 6-year-old has been murdered for no reason. And it was a kid that attended Damien's school. And then we have Chanel Green is killed. And then we get a note from the killer. Now, which one is this? Oh. Danny boy, we knew you all too well. One useless thieving. Oh, this is the next one. So then we have a senator that's killed. And apparently it's a duo is claiming the rights to the murder, that they're claiming they did it. And after they kill the senator, they leave a note. Danny boy, we knew you all too well. One useless thieving rich bastard down. So many more to go. Jack and Jill came to the hill to hose down all the slime. Most imperialized was poor Jack Fitzpatrick. Right schmuck, wrong place, wrong time. Truly Jack and Jill. Then they do street canvas, and Alex is not on the Fitzpatrick murder yet. He's working the kids that are being killed because there are little kids being killed. And once again, and I didn't write down the exact page, and I should have, but once again, I am annoyed that once again, I think it was the last book, he started investigating an African American murder, and he was pulled off the case to go handle a rich people's case. And the same happens in this book, and I don't think that's right. I think that's horrible that his bosses did that to him. But they decide that he needs to handle the rich people case. They thought they might have gotten the guy because when they went to question a suspect, the suspect took off and he leaped the buildings and he didn't make his leap, and they found incriminating, not murder incriminating, but other type of incriminating, and they just jumped to the conclusion that they got the right guy. Well, they got the wrong guy. So sometimes I just don't know. So then we have a scene with Jack and Jill rolling the dice to see who dies next. And then another kid gets killed, and it's just, the killer, there's several killers in this book, and you really don't have any clue. One of them, well, they all turn out to be horrible, and the surprises to them is not revealed till way. You're not really told. They all have pseudonyms. The photojournalist is a pseudonym, and Jack and Jill is another pseudonym. There's all these different people, and the name of the person that does the kids is calling himself the school killer. And I think so we have these four separate cases. We have the Jack and Jill case. Then we have the person killing the kids. And then there's another person doing some additional murders to give Jack and Jill alibis. He's also helping them out a little bit with the killings. And it turns out that the Secret Service code name for the president and his wife is Jack and Jill. And they think that's a serious issue that someone knows. Hello, are you talking to me again? She has a little bit of sniffles and she got a little bit of medicine and she's angry with me for giving her that meds. So, we do some investigating, and there's another murder, and there's another poem. I really didn't get into this book as the previous one, but Jack and Jill came to the hill to write another era. To make it short, her news report was filled with her own terror. They killed a reporter. So, and Alex and Samson and the Secret Service, they're all trying to figure out what's the motive here. Why are these people being singled out? What do these people have in common? And they're having trouble with figuring that out. And Alex talks to his old friend, Kyle Craig, to try and get some insight. Yes, ma'am? Then there's another murder, and he goes to the White House to talk to the president, and the president's been curtailing his his visits, his socializing, He's going out in the field and doing stuff. And the senator, what did I want for this for? The killers decide to release a video to CNN, and there's a voiceover. For a long time, people like us have sat back and taken the injustices dished out by the elite few in this country. We have been patient and suffering and for the most part silent. What is the cynical saying? Don't just do something, sit there. We have waited for the American system of checks and balances to take hold and work for us, but the system has not worked for a long time. Nothing seems to work anymore. Does anyone seriously dispute that? And then you hear a female, and there's a long discussion over the seat of the dead bodies. So the police know who committed, but they don't know the identity of those who committed. They know their pseudonyms. And then they find another child killed. So that's when they realize that they did not get the correct guy the first time around. They still have a child killer, and they're still looking for a child killer. And I'm trying to think. He spends quite a bit of time at the White House, and apparently every time Jack and Jill commit a murder, they report themselves. They go, yo, so-and-so has been murdered at this hotel, go check it out. They, secure a throwaway phone, whatever, but they're the ones reporting the murders themselves. After they do it, they're reporting them. So why did I want... Jack Grayer is the head of the President's Secret Service, and he says the reason is that Sonjay and Kavanaugh cases. I'm sure you're curious as to why you've been asked to come. I would be. I don't think I've been invited to tea, Alex said, but yes, I'm very curious. The reason is that Sanjay and Kavanaugh cases, Grayer explained to me as we took an elevator one flight up from the garage. Your reputation precedes you here. You are aware that the FBI has never captured a single serial killer for all their expertise. Really? Is that true? I wonder if that's true. When was this written? 1996. So I wonder if that's still true today. You're aware that we want you on the team. What team? You'll see in a few seconds. This is definitely the A team, though. Be ready for some crazy shit. The Bureau has staked out the hotel room where John Hinckley stayed, just in case the killers might decide to stay there. Pay homage or something like that. Not such a terrible idea, I told Grayer. He looked at me as if I were crazy, too. Not particularly a good idea either, I said. He cracked a grin. Half a dozen men and women in business attire were gathered in the west wing of the office. I sensed a lot of tension in the room, but everyone was working hard to hide it. I was introduced as the representative of the Washington Police. Welcome to the team. Say hello to the Dragon Slayer. And they discussed the case. And then, he tells them that the possibility existed that the president and first lady were the ultimate targets for Jack and Jill, or maybe even the ultimate, or maybe not even the ultimate targets. Jack and Jill came to the Hill, what in the name of God for? To wipe out all the bleeding liberals, to punish sinners? Was the president a sinner in their minds? Jay, do you want to say something now? Hammer asked Secret Agent Grayer. Gray nodded and stood up in the middle of the work table. He leaned against it in his hands. He looked a little pale. There's a very tough problem here, he said to us. The danger is real, believe me. This is as scary as anything I've seen in my time at the White House. You see, I was the first one inside the Senator Fitzpatrick's apartment after the killing. I was there alone at 6 a.m. in the morning. I called the Metro Police. The same is true for Miss Sharon and Michael Robinson. Each time Jack and Jill has called the Secret Service first. They've contacted us right here at the White House. They told us they were practicing for the big one. So maybe their real goal is the president and his wife. I don't think I really need to go through the rest of this. I've got Jack and Jill take planes. They travel to different parts of the country to get other um, to do other stuff. The more kids are killed, and then you're pointed to the direction of a killer. They're certain it's XYZ guy. They go to to arrest XYZ guy, and he takes off. He gets away successfully, and then XYZ guy is murdered, so it can't be him. The killers are not revealed until the very, very, very end. So, and the poems just keep coming. I can see, I don't know for certain. I will probably know in the next book or so. But I think, I'm not sure. I think Alex gets close with Christine Johnson, the principal of Damien's school. Her husband was killed in this book. She was happily married to George. George entered the door and the killer shot him, and then holds her hostage. But I'm not sure, like I said, I think he starts a relationship with her. It doesn't last that long that I remember, but and they also try and hide the president, and the president won't hide. He won't back down. So that doesn't go too well. I won't spoil that there for you, but it doesn't go very well at all. And there are multiple killers in this. So, and their identities are kept secret till just about the very end. I mean, and there's one killer that's revealed like on the final page. So you'll have to check it out, and please hit the like and subscribe. It is a good book. It's very, there's your serial killers. Yes, ma'am. How are you? Did you like the book? She sat on my lap to read the book with me, and we're gonna go play. This is their favorite string. My other little one, will take it, and she'll walk all through the house with the string in her mouth. One day I need to get that on video and show it to everybody. But she stars in a couple of videos, couple of shorts coming up. I hope you'll check those out. I was reading the book and she just walked right by me, so I hope that does good. Yes, ma'am. But it's a good, we're going to continue on to book 4. I think that's Cat and Mouse. I'm not sure. I'll have to go check. We are doing a few other books. I hope you'll check them out. Please don't forget my Star Trek recaps on Friday. My If Then episodes. If you like this author, then maybe you like this author on Friday. We started out with the Bridgertons. If you like them, you might want to try Joanna Lindsay's Mallory's, Catherine Coulter Sherbrooke's, Stephanie Lawrence Sinster's. Now that needs to be a series. There's over 30 books in the series, and that needs to be done. That could be done. Those characters are recurring. Once a main character has their story told, they'll go in the background and other characters will come forward and have their story, and it's still running. It's like over 30 books now. I mean, some of these books are absolutely astonishing. They would make awesome series. The Quartets, the Bastion Club, all of it. Somebody really needs to do that series. So keep your fingers crossed. Oh, and don't forget Flashback Monday, where I talk about 30 different books. Mystery, science fiction, romance, contemporary romance, historical romance, paranormal, vampires, and Harlequin and erotica. All these different genres, all these different authors, and inspirational too. So please check it out. I work really hard on those. We've got a couple of good ones coming up. So did you see the one about ghosts or the forensics? You know, Once I stopped looking for forensics, I found a slew more. Once I stopped looking for homicide, I found the ones I was looking for to begin with. So there may be a second homicide video coming down the road. So please check it out and please hit the like and subscribe. Thank you.